Hello everyone, my name is Loko and welcome back to some more Heroes of the Storm. Today it is time to play with the one and only Dehaka. Alrighty, so welcome to Blackheart's Bay. Now I said hi to the team, apparently nobody else wants to talk to me. That's okay guys, as long as we pick up the victory, I'll be happy with all of this. But recently I've been spending, I think about a good 5 to 6 hours or so playing Dehaka once again. And there's a good reason for that. Next week, or at the very least of me recording this video next week, it's gonna be Gamescom. And at Gamescom, Blizzard has invited me over to be part of their... Oh god, I'm gonna drag this guy. There we go. I have been invited over to head to Gamescom and play a couple of show matches of Heroes of the Storm. Now, I'm going to be part of a team called Team Aliens, right? And Blizzard has been, you know, already deciding who my teammates are gonna be, but they've also decided what hero I'm going to have to play. And guess what? I need to play some Dehaka, as obviously he's pretty alien-y, I suppose, in a way. And, what that means is that, I'm going to... Is she been draining the damage just like that? Wow. What that means is that I'm gonna have to, you know, learn how to play this hero some more. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Whenever I am playing any kind of warrior, I tend to be playing a lot of Muradin. I love playing Muradin, and it's just sort of my go-to pick, right? I'm sure most people have got a similar hero like that, where you just sort of play that hero the most. And while I definitely enjoy playing Dehaka a lot, I hadn't played him in quite some time, and I definitely was a little unpracticed in that regard, you know? I had to learn how to play this hero once again. Now, there's been some crazy fights going on so far. I'm gonna back up real quick, because apparently this has not been looking that great for us, at least for a little while. But I've been learning how this hero works once again after not playing him for a couple of months. Don't know where Tigers was headed there. Oh my god. This is obviously quick match, by the way, in case you're wondering. But I've been spending a lot of time trying to do some work, and I've been noticing a lot of improvement. Obviously, you know, I've been practicing a lot in custom games with friends as well as like stream viewers, and it's been very fun so far. But there's quite a bunch of work that still needs to be done. I've been making progress. I feel like I'm much better than I was when I first started playing, but there's still quite a little bit of work that I need to put in. So that's exactly what we are doing today as well. Now, by the time you're watching this, I probably will have already played the show matches, and I mean, I hope I'm going to be able to, at the very least, have done a reasonable job. I'm once again headed to the bottom here. We need to keep on soaking that experience. But so far, I'm really happy with the progress. I mean, as you guys know, I don't mind losing. I'm not, you know, a sour loser or whatever, and for that matter, actually, because this team is looking a little messy already, and we had some BMs going on already. I'm just gonna go ahead and mute the team, communicate with pings instead, because honestly, I'm here to improve, right? I'm not here to win the sickest of sickest games. I want to primarily work on my own game, and even though, obviously, quick match is generally speaking pretty difficult to improve in, there's a lot of work that we can still personally do to try and become better. So one of the things I've been trying to get better at is, for example, the Q ability, right? The Q ability is something that, you know, is very helpful, as you can pull someone away from the combat, and oftentimes that results in them, you know, taking a lot of damage. But, we gotta be a little careful here now. But, I've been getting a lot better at that than like, judging the range. Now, I do want to point out, by the way, that the show matches they're putting on are just for fun. I don't know, actually, my teammates on a personal level. I know their names and whatnot, but, they're just for fun. But I am a nerd, guys. I have a hard time playing games just for fun, and I prefer winning when it comes to, when push comes to shove, right? I really would like to win the games instead, so I'm obviously practicing for fun show matches. Don't mind me, guys. This is just how we roll, I suppose. They've got a ton of interrupts, though. Very little I can do with my drag against these two. Oh, don't die. Don't die, dude. Dude. Oh my god. Whew. As far as my Dark Swarm, by the way, goes, which is my W ability, I will be able to do quite a bit of work with that, too. Dude, get out. You crazy, man. You're a crazy man. I'm gonna be able to tunnel back real quickly. He doesn't have mana anymore because he's been boosting us away for a while. I would like some help, though. I wish I could pick up some help. Oh, you know what? I'll just try and loot these doubloons. But sadly, they did get a nice stun in, and I'm not going to be allowed to. A little unfortunate for us. But anyway, as of the practicing, I've been practicing with different team compositions. I know what team I'm going to be playing with, but I've been practicing with different team compositions. And the reason for that is because I want to be able to play this hero also as like a standalone, right? And for that very reason, I'm going to be picking up the Essence Devourer here. I don't entirely know how good my teammates will be, and for that very reason, I want to be able to, at the very least, run with something that I am feeling confident when it comes down to the engagements, right? And I want to be able to, at the very least, carry my weight and not die. Now, I know very well that the team composition I'm going to be playing with, at least in the first round, is not going to include a healer. So we don't have a healer in the team. Pretty similar to a lot of quick matches. Now, sadly, I'm not going to be able to get to the combat very easily, which is fine, I guess. I'll just loot some more experience. But I am not going to be having a healer on the team. Now, generally speaking, and I want to be getting over to this combat, though. Dang. Generally speaking, that's a bad thing, right? I don't know if we're going to be able to do very much here, honestly. Obviously, this, you know, there's different maps where this hero does shine, and it seems like Blackheart's Bay is a little difficult as there's a lot of maneuvering. There's also a lot of aggressive moves by the team so far. Although Lunara just ended up falling. Not entirely sure how that happened, but... Anyway. Since I'm not going to be running with a healer at the very least in one of the first rounds, I've been working on a build that is basically going to allow me to solo a lot of instances. So that's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. In case you're curious, obviously I will be picking the talents here as well. But in case you're just curious about the build, I will leave that as a, you know, a description down below in the, you know, down below the video. So if you're interested in that, I will leave it right there. Okay. Diablo apparently wants help. Not entirely sure what for. I'm just trying to make sure that we get the experience that we need. And I'm afraid this is going to be very difficult. I could have tried to tunnel away. I did overextend there a little. I assumed that because Diablo was pushing in the, or pinging at the top lane, that he was going to, I don't want to turn in the balloons or something, or he was assuming that the team fight was going to be there next. I didn't actually anticipate them all, you know, hanging around the camps for a while. I'm not entirely sure why they were there to begin with, but all things considered, we're looking pretty good still. Oh my god, why would you go, Kerrigan? Well, okay, well, fine. Like, that hero would have certainly died also without Kerrigan. Anyhow, they've just managed to turn in a second round, which is a little unfortunate. Nice dodge there by her. Don't really want to be wasting my my R. Don't really want to be wasting my ulti. And I think I'm gonna have to join in for the team fights next up a little bit more. I've noticed that in particular once you get these first 3 talents, the ones that I just picked, that seems to be where Dehaka starts being like really powerful. He really starts being able to carry his weight quite easily with hero takedowns, but also, you know, the fact that we right now get extra, you know, extra charges on our D ability, the trade obviously that allows me to heal up. Now, it looks like once again there's a bit of a team fight going on in the top lane. Oh, really? I knew she put up a time warp there like 5 minutes ago. Oh, come on, Lowko. No way, Lowko. Oh, man, I would have definitely been able to kill her if I didn't miss my ability there. And that's what I'm talking about, right? That's the practice I need to do more. That's what I need to be working on here in order to become better at playing Dehaka, right? Like I said, I've been putting in quite a couple of hours already, and I feel like I've been making a ton of progress in that regard. But, I mean, it takes a long time to become, you know, good with a hero. And those are the kind of moves that I really want to try and nail down a little bit more. Because, you know, they are definitely the difference between winning and losing a game. At the very least, the score seems to have evened up some. We're still in a pretty bad scenario, everything considered, but... Okay, come here, you. Diablo, you got so many doubloons, dude. Oh, man, I don't have my teleportation. I was hoping there to teleport and brush stalk towards the top lane, but sadly I ended up falling there. Obviously I just used it. So you can see, right? While I have been making progress in every regard, I guess, with him, and we've been doing quite a little bit of damage so far. I noticed in particular when I first started playing him that my damage output was just horrendous. But while I have been doing quite a little bit of work as far as improvement goes, there's still like a bunch of things that I want to try and work on. That's in particular those kind of timings, you know? Dehaka, I found out, is a very difficult hero to play, you know, properly. There's quite a lot of, like, subtle moves that you can do. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the Whirling Dervish, just because that will allow me to move out a little bit faster. You know, and obviously, potentially catch up to the enemy's locations a little bit quicker. In this particular instance, though, we do obviously have a healer, but I know that in the team that I'm going to be playing, because all the slots are, you know, pre-designed, I suppose, and the heroes are already decided. There's still, you know, there's still quite a little bit of work in that regard. My god. These fights are so extremely messy. Like, he just activated his ulti there. I guess I did the same, right? But at the very least, that ulti is very difficult to any work in, because you're always going to be taking at least a couple of seconds. And thus far, this game is not looking very amazing. The solo queue duties on the quick match laderinos. Now, I do have my ulti here, right? I can just use it, which is fine. Potentially allows us to pull this guy backwards. No? No, Kerrigan? Oh my god. Well, hey, at least the Ultra is gonna go to town. Little unfortunate there. Probably could have picked her up as well. I know that there's gonna be a Kerrigan on my team as well. And we've been practicing a little bit together as well. Kerrigan and me. Like, we've been trying to make some work as far as the compositions go. Because obviously me and Kerrigan are like some of the best, you know, combos in the game. And she can stun lock a opposing hero with relative ease. And basically prevent them from ever getting any kind of work in. Alright, well, we'll have to try and, you know, see if we can turn in now. We've got 9 doubloons ourselves that probably are doing boss. Although, maybe not. Nice, nice moves there, actually. Oh. Okay. Now, this is a pretty crazy fight so far. We didn't really get any additional heals there. I tried getting my my takedowns in so we could potentially pick up some more of the essences that we need in order to actually get you know, a heal off on our own. And it looks like the entire team did just wipe. And while Ario can go ahead and resurrect me in 15 seconds or so, if she's dead herself, it becomes rather tricky to try and pull that off. Now, obviously, Diablo is allowed to get back into the combat a little bit before us. And, you know, while this game isn't looking perfect just yet, I do think it's good practice, right? Because obviously, you're gonna get in scenarios where you're just simply gonna be behind. You're just simply going to be behind, and there's very little you can do about that, right? And playing Dehaka from a, you know, state where you are indeed not looking that amazing anymore is going to happen as well. So I really don't mind losing. I don't really mind, you know, losing out on the experience or whatever, or leveling up a little bit less quickly. I do think I should be really practicing a lot more of these little moves and just figure out how much of this level advantage that they have right now is really going to come into play. And obviously, they get a bunch of stats from simply being at a higher level, but more importantly, they also got the level 16 talent and just a big team fight and therefore a boss. But I think we have a chance of still winning this one. So let's try and stay together. Just move as 5. Probably our best idea right now, because honestly, since once again this is quick match, it's pretty difficult to organize where everyone's going to be and what everyone's role is going to be as well, right? And we got a good composition, don't get me wrong, like we got a very good team. We've got a very good team. We just need to be able to push the advantage a little bit more and therefore get a good engagement off. Oh no. Oh no, dude. I just used my ulti there. No way. Come on, man. That would have killed her. Obviously, he couldn't know that that I just used my ulti there. But sadly, our Diablo pushed their Li Ming to safety. Oh, I thought I used my ulti. We'll pick the Elongated Tongue. I used my ulti. Why did it not go up? My god. Well, hey, now at the very least it did. But this is where the tongue comes in. Very nice. Come here, you. Okay. No overpower this time around? Oh, hey. Good thinking. He didn't want to overpower her that time around to get her to safety. Now, we should try and stay together, but that fight was way in our favor. Oh, man, sadly, we are going to lose a keep here as well. Guys, we need to get there. We need to get there ASAP, but I need some help here, though. Because because otherwise they're gonna hit the core, guys, and there's very little I can do. It's gonna take me a couple more seconds before I got my, you know, my ability available again to brush talk through the other side of the map. But it looks like, at least for the moment, we've got a little bit of downtime. I think we're gonna be able to turn in here. I will be able to tunnel to the team as early or as soon as we possibly can, if it turns out to be necessary. But there we go. Nice. Good job. Good job, team. This is not game over yet. This is not game over yet. We should probably do this. We should probably do this and do all of the camps. As long as we can stay together, I think that's a really good idea. Good job. Once again, you know, if you're gonna emphasize the negative on your team, you may as well emphasize the positive as well every now and then. If you're only gonna talk the negative, generally speaking, it's not going to help out. And right now, as you can see, like, everyone's much closer together. While we're still in a pretty dire scenario, and everything considered, things are looking not too amazing. As far as the level and the talents go and whatnot, we're not in a terrible spot anymore. Now, they've got a crazy amount of coins. They've got a crazy amount of doubloons, and I just got a full hit off. Okay, so Kerrigan is joining in right now. Very nice. That's gonna make things easier. Okay, good push. Now, sadly, our core is obviously going to be hit. And there's very little we can do about that, guys. Guys! Guys! Ah, the cannonballs. The cannonballs are going to be too much. And we end up losing the game. Now, all things considered, I'm happy with the result here. And while we are going to lose a couple of points, that's okay. I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile. And I'll see you in the next one.